everybody, it's Paige, and today's video is going to be part 2 to my most recent makeup declutter. I will link part 1 in the description box. In case you haven't seen that yet, I decluttered my primers, foundations, concealers, and powders. Today we're going to be doing like blushes, bronzers, and highlighters, and face palettes probably, so today's going to be a tough one, but I did want to give you another little update of my beauty room. We're still looking like a complete mess, and yeah, I kind of put this project on hold for a couple weeks, but we're picking it back up today. So I have a bunch of stuff on top of all of these Alex 9 drawers, and it's like somewhat organized. I have like, these are my overflow highlighters that we're gonna be going through today. But for the most part, it's still kind of random. I have some more highlighters here. This is all still like a complete mess. I have eyeshadow palettes just all over the place. I don't even know what's going on. So today we're gonna be doing blushes, bronzers, and highlighters, and face palettes if I have time. It depends on how much time I spend on this project, but I did want to give you a little bit of an overview. This is my blush drawer. It is a complete mess. I know, it's crazy. I actually have like not as many blushes as I do some other products, but this is the before of my blush drawer. I'll go ahead and show you my bronzer drawer as well. Here she is. Very messy and lacking in organization. And then I actually have 2 highlighter drawers, which are both completely overflowing. This is the first one, and then the second one is right here. There are no organizers in here. This is just completely thrown in here. I just tried to fit them in the drawers, but like I said earlier, they didn't all fit, so I have a bunch of liquid ones here and then some of those other ones over there. And then my face palette drawer is right here, which, as you can see, doesn't even open because there's just too many things going on. So here I have a bunch of face palettes in here. That drawer is going absolutely insane. I have more face palettes here, more face palettes here. So basically overall I'm drowning in makeup. So we're gonna be doing some reorganization and some decluttering. I do give all of my products that I declutter to friends and family, or if it's just like so old and needs to be thrown away, then I throw it away. So yeah, and if there is anything that's new and untouched, then I do save that for giveaways, but most of the time I've at least swatched things, so that doesn't really happen very often. I usually buy things new specifically for giveaways. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so like I said, we're going to start with blushes. So here is a before of my blush drawer. I do have some blushes in my everyday makeup drawer, which I showed you guys in part 1, but this is everything that is a blush single that is currently not in my everyday makeup drawer. Alright, you guys, so here are all of my blushes. We have some in here that are very extremely old, and then some that are very recent purchases of mine. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. I really don't even know where to start. I am a big fan of blush, but I'm also very picky with my blush. So I guess we'll go ahead and start with these Anastacio Beverly Hills Trios. I have purchased all of these from TJ Maxx. They are usually about $10 there, and they retail for $30. So this one right here is in the shade Peachy Love. I absolutely love this so much. I'm definitely keeping that. I love the formula of these blush trios. I also have this one, which is called Pink Passion, and then this one is called Pool Party, and all 3 of them are absolutely stunning, and I love that they're trios. You can mix and match them, and I'm definitely keeping all 3 of those. I'm also definitely keeping this right here. I actually just purchased this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic Swish and Glow Blusher, and this is in the shade, I don't know what shade this is. Oh, Pillow Talk. So here it is right here. I'm very excited about this product. I haven't even used it yet, so obviously I'm going to be keeping that. I have these Illuminate by Ashley Tisdale and BH Cosmetics cream blushes. I have 3 of them. I have the shades Peaches and Cream, which is a really pretty peachy orange color. We've got this one, which is called Rosé, which is another really peachy color. And then this one is called Cocoa. And these are all pretty old. I would say I got these December 2017 at least, or before that. So I am going to go ahead and declutter all 3 of these just because I never reach for them, and they are cream products, and yeah. Another one that I'm definitely keeping is this ColourPop blush. I just got this. This is in the shade Perk Up. I have the other two ones in my everyday makeup drawer, and I love this formula so much. These are the only blushes that I have from ColourPop, and I'm obsessed. So definitely keeping that. I'm also for sure keeping this MAC blush. This is in the shade Peaches. I love peachy blushes, so you're gonna see that I'm gonna be keeping a lot of peachy blushes just because that's like my favorite. They're my favorite, so definitely keeping that. Another one I can tell you for sure that I'm keeping is Nars Orgasm. This was in like a special limited edition packaging, but it's the original Orgasm blush. I love this so freaking much. It's absolutely stunning, and this is the only version that I have, or this is the only like one that I have. Like I used to have like a mini and everything, but this is the only one I have now, so I'm definitely keeping that. I'm also for sure keeping my Tom Ford blush duo. This is in the shade Exotic Flora. I actually don't know if this was discontinued or not because it like disappeared off Sephora's website, and I have a very hard time finding this online now, but I love this thing so much. I love the colors, so beautiful. So definitely keeping that. I'm also for sure keeping this Jouer blush duo. This is in the shade Rose Gold. We have a matte blush and then like a shimmery blush. These are the only Jouer blush or cheek products that I have, so I definitely want to keep these, and I want to play with this some more actually and try some of their other shades. So I'm sitting here trying to figure out what else I can get rid of, and this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So I guess next I'll talk about these Laura Geller blushes. This is the Baked Blush and Brighten in the shade Apricot Berry, and it's a really pretty shade. It is shimmery. It's really, really pretty. I swatched it right there, but this just, I just don't find myself reaching for this very often, so I am going to declutter that. And then the other one I have is the Baked Heart Blush and Highlighter in the shade Pink Valentine, and I absolutely love this thing. The highlighter on the inside is so beautiful. It's crazy. And then this is a gorgeous peachy blush. The only problem is, I swatched both of them here. This is the blush and then the highlighter. The only problem is I never, ever, ever reach for it. So, unfortunately, I'm going to declutter this one as well. Even though it's so beautiful and I want to keep this, I just know I'm not going to reach for this over all of my other blushes. So, I gotta say goodbye. I have this blush right here from Believe Beauty. This is in the shade High Tea. This is a beautiful shimmery peach blush that I just got. I bought this from Dollar General. I loved the other blush that they sent me actually, and I went back. I bought a ton of stuff from Dollar General. Like I spent like $80 on Believe Beauty, and this was one of the products that I picked up, so I'm definitely keeping that. I have my Glossier Cloud Paints. I have the shades Beam, which is this like orangey peachy shade, and then I have the shade Puff, which is more of a pinky kind of color, so I'm going to keep both of those. I'm also going to keep this ColourPop cream blush stick, or sticks I guess, and this is in the shade Pretty Thing. I just actually reviewed this with the whole lilac collection, so I'm gonna keep that. I also for sure want to keep this blush from Sephora collection. This is in the shade Love Child. I love this so much. It's such a pretty peachy color, so definitely keeping that. And if you love peachy blushes, I think you'll love this one. I have a blush from Buxom. This is the Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush in the shade Ibiza. I normally go for peachy blushes, like I've said a million times, but this is more of a like a cooler toned blush, but I do still want to keep this because it's very beautiful. Alright, so I have two of these blushes from Too Faced. These are some of the Peach Collection products. These are the Peach My Cheeks Melting Powder blushes. So I have the shade Peach Dream, which is this one right here, and then I also have the shade Ginger Peach, which is this one right here. And to be honest, I never reach for either of these, so I'm going to declutter both of them. I actually got both of these at TJ Maxx, and they were such a good find. I just don't use them, so there's no point in me keeping them, so I'm gonna declutter those. I have these incredible like cream blushes. I have three different ones. I have this one here, which is in the shade Be My First Kiss. These are the Bounce blushes. This one is in, what is this called? My First Love. This is a really pretty kind of mauve shade. And then I have this one, which is in the shade First Time for Everything, which is like a hot pink. And I definitely want to keep all three of those, so I'm gonna do that. Now I'm getting to the part where I have like a bunch of the same brand, and it's hard for me to like get rid of like a whole collection of things, but I really need to do it. So I'm trying to figure out which ones to do first. I guess I'm just gonna go for Milani. I have 4 of these baked blushes here. I think I have 4, no, I have 5 of these baked blushes. So do I want to keep all of these? Yes. Do I use all of these? Absolutely not. Some of these are so old, it's crazy. So starting with the first one, we have Luminoso, and I actually just recently purchased this. Well, I mean, this year I purchased it, so I am going to keep that one because that's like an OG classic one, and it's like still new. These 4, however, I have had for several years, and I never reach for them. So this one here is in the shade Bella Rosa. This is like a bright pink color. It's beautiful. It's very pigmented. I just never, ever use this blush. So I'm going to declutter it. I also have this one, which is another matte shade. This is in the shade Delicioso Pink. And this is another one that I just never, ever reach for. So I'm going to declutter it. I have this one in the shade Coralina. This one was actually probably my favorite. This one is a really pretty sparkly blush, and this is really old, but I really want to hang on to this at least until I repurchase a new one, because that's so freaking beautiful. So I'm gonna keep that one. And then this one is in the shade Dulce Pink, and this is another like really sparkly glittery one. And these are baked blushes. I don't know if I said that or not. I have some other blushes from them. That one is stunning as well. I feel like you can't really see the swatch too well, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it that it's absolutely just so beautiful. There, I'm shining my phone light on my hand so you can kind of see the glitter in there. So beautiful. So I'm going to keep this one as well. I'm gonna keep this e.l.f. blush duo that I have. This is in the shade Rosy Flush. I actually just recently purchased this from TJ Maxx. I haven't gotten the chance to try it yet, so I definitely want to try that out. I also have this Clinique cheek pop in the shade Plum Pop, and this is a really beautiful color, and I love this formula, so I'm going to keep this as well. I'm trying to do the ones that I have singles of first. I have this pretty powerful Bobbi Brown, this is a lip and cheek, Pot Rouge for lips and cheek in the shade Pretty Powerful 3. This is a really pretty color, but I never use this, and I never use cream products, so I need to stop buying them. But this is a swatch of it right here. It's a very like natural shade, but I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that. I have one of these Too Faced blushes. This is the Sweethearts Perfect Flush Blush in the shade Something About Berry, and I love this blush. This is a beautiful sparkly blush. I actually would compare it to these Milani ones that I was showing you earlier, like in the shade Dulce Pink. Very sparkly, it's a baked product, and I really want to keep this, so I'm going to keep it. All right, so now we have like collections, or ones that I have duplicates of like the same formula. So I have 3 Becca blushes here, so we're gonna go through those. The first one is in the shade Hyacinth, which is a hot pink shade. Then we've got the shade Wild Honey, which is that one. And then this one is in the shade Flower Child. And out of the 3 of these, Flower Child is definitely my favorite. But what do I want to do? I think I'm going to keep all 3 of these, actually. I don't even know if they make these blushes anymore, but I really like Becca cheek products, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep all 3. I have 4 of these Milani powder blushes that are shaped like roses. This one is in the shade Blossom Time Rose. I love this one so much. Definitely keeping that. This one is in the shade Coral Cove, which is like a neon corally shade. This one is in the shade Romantic Rose, which is my most used one actually. And then this one is in the shade Tea Rose, which I can't seem to open. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and keep all of them. I know. I was gonna try to get rid of a couple, but I really can't. I need to crack those out again though. So I have two of these Essence blushes. These I don't think they make anymore, but this one is in the shade Heat Wave. And then this one is in the shade Pinky Flow. Both of these are beautiful. I love them. I'm actually gonna look these up and see if they still make them or not really quick. So I couldn't find information on if these are still made or not, but I couldn't easily find them. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter both of these. Even though they're really great, I don't wanna be using products that you guys can't even get. So I'm gonna declutter those. Oh, I have this Laura Mercier blush. I forgot about this. This is in the shade Peach. Definitely keeping this. I love it so much. It's so beautiful. Love. All right, so we're down to 3 different brands. We have Urban Decay. No, we have 4 different brands. We have Urban Decay, Wet n Wild, Tarte, and Lancome. So we're gonna go ahead and do these Urban Decay ones. I have 3 of these Afterglow blushes, and these were some of the first high-end blushes that I purchased myself. And I was really proud of them, and I loved these things, and it's like I want to keep them, and I used them a ton. They're very pigmented, beautiful products, but I never reach for them anymore, and these are definitely discontinued. This purple one is so unique though. It's in the shade Bittersweet. This hot pink one is in the shade Quickie, and then this one is in the shade Crush. I think I'm gonna keep them for now, which I know seems crazy, but I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so next I guess we'll move on to Tarte. I have this one in the shade Fairy Flush. Definitely keeping this one. I love this blush so much. I also have the shade Exposed, which is like their iconic Amazonian clay blush formula or shade that I'm gonna keep. I'm also gonna keep Glisten, which is a really pretty shimmery corally shade. I'm actually gonna keep all of these blushes. I love the Amazonian clay formula. This one is in the shade Splendor. This is like a little mini one. We have this one in the shade Party. And then this one is in the shade Blissful, which again, I'm keeping all of those. Next we'll do Wet n Wild. I have a ton of these Color Icon blushes. These are an amazing formula. Ow, I just pinched my finger so hardcore, that hurt so bad. But we're just gonna keep talking. I have 5 of them. I think, no, this can't be all the shades, but at one point, I'm pretty sure this was all of the shades. So we have this one in the shade Pearlescent Pink, which is my most used shade. So I'm gonna keep that. This pretty pink one is called Fantastic Plastic Pink. I'm also gonna keep that one. I use this one a lot. This is in the shade Rosé Champagne, and I'm gonna keep that. This one is in the shade Mellow Wine, and then this one is in the shade Apricot in the middle. I'm actually gonna keep both of those as well. Now we're down to our last little category. These are the Les Monochromatique cheek products from Lancome. Oh, this is a Bobbi Brown one. This is in the shade Rose. Oh, this is like a shimmer brick. I don't know if that's in the right like drawer. So I'm actually gonna, yeah, I'm gonna move this to my highlighter drawer. Alrighty, so these are the 5 shades that I have. This one is like a highlighter kind of shade. These are like similar to the Maybelline Bouncy blushes. Like it's kind of like a, not a cream, but not a powder, like putty kind of formula. It's really pretty, but I don't use these, so I'm actually going to declutter all of them, which I definitely did not think was going to happen, but it did. So I'm going to show you everything that I am decluttering now. So these are all the products I'm decluttering from my blush drawer, and I'm going to organize the ones that I'm keeping back into the drawer, and then I'll show you the after, and then we'll move on to bronzers. All right, so this is the after of my blush drawer. It looks a lot different than how I had it before, but I have 2 of these organizers, which I got from the dollar store, and then there's not an organizer here. I'm just using like the edge of the drawer with the edge of this organizer to create a little alleyway. So this is what things are looking like. I just kind of have them organized by brand, and then also like these are my like more expensive blushes, again by brand. These are like my miscellaneous ones. So yeah, just kind of however they fit in there. It's not the prettiest thing, but I can see everything. I can reach everything, and I'm really happy with how this is. And we got rid of quite a few blushes over here. So now we're gonna move on to bronzers. So here's a before of my bronzer drawer. We have things that are just like buried and tucked way back there that you can't even see. This had a little bit of an organization to it, but now it's just like everywhere. Again, I mean, I have a lot of bronzers, don't get me wrong, but like I said, I have way more highlighters and things, and I don't really switch up my bronzers that often, so I feel like I should be able to get rid of a good amount from this category, but we'll see. All right, so here are all of my bronzers. I'm gonna go ahead and dump these out actually. Here they all are. I have quite a few of them, and I don't use all of these for sure, so I definitely need to get rid of some, but it's gonna be hard for me because some of these are like kind of sentimental, which sounds dumb, but just like hear me out. But anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and like dive right in. Right away, I can tell you I am definitely keeping my Hoola bronzer. This is like a jumbo one, and I use Hoola every single day. I love it so much, and I have this jumbo one that I'm definitely going to be keeping. So that's the first thing. Second, let's see, is there anything I can get rid of like right away? This is very hard. Okay, I have these, again, BH Cosmetics Illuminate by Ashley Tisdale products. These are called the Illuminating Shimmers. I have the shades Beach Bum and then Shimmering Sand. They're basically like really shimmery, kind of bronzy type products, but again, I never use these, and these are really old, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter both of these. I have these two bronzers from Morphe. These are the Glam Bronze face and body bronzers. I have the shade Icon, which is this one right here, and then I also have the shade Megastar, which is a deeper shade, and I like both of these, and I'm going to keep both of them. I have two bronzers from Marc Jacobs. This one is Tantastic, and I love this bronzer so much. I've used the crap out of it. I'm definitely keeping that. And then this one is the Dream Filter Instamark Duo. So this one has like a bronzer and like a setting powder kind of shade. So again, I'm going to be keeping that. I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I am going to keep this. I do like this a lot. I definitely like other bronzers better, but I do like this a lot. It's a good drugstore option, so I'm definitely keeping that. I have this Huda Beauty, what is this called? Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream. I have this in the shade Light. I've only used it once, and it was a complete like flop. So I really want to play with this some more and try to figure out how to properly use that, because a lot of people really like this. It is a cream bronzer. I'm not the biggest fan of cream like cheek products or face products, but we're gonna keep that and give it another shot. I have my NYC Sunny bronzer, and I'm definitely keeping that. Another one that I'm keeping is this Pretty Vulgar bronzer. I actually got this in a BoxyCharm forever ago. This is in the shade Sunkissed Snitched, and I love this bronzer so much. I used it all the time, and I'm going to keep it. I have this, which is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade Bronze 04. I love this so much. It's so amazing. I also have a mini of the Bronze 03 Matte Radiance Baked Powder, and I love both of these, and I'm definitely keeping both of them. I really want the full size of Bronze 03, but both of those are absolutely stunning and beautiful. I love the Matte Radiance Baked powders from Laura Mercier. I have this NARS Laguna bronzer, which again, I love this bronzer so much, and I'm going to keep it. I'm also going to keep these two. These are from Fenty. This is the Private Island Sunstalker bronzer. I definitely want to get a lighter shade of this. Actually, this is like kind of like really deep, but I'm still gonna keep that. I also have this one in the shade Shady Biz, which I think is a lighter shade actually. This is the one that I probably need to get a full size of, but I'm keeping both of those. I have these two bronzer and blush duos from Too Faced. I got these so long ago, like so long ago. These were so limited edition. These are the Soulmates blushing bronzer duos. This one is in the shade Carry and Big, and I they're characters from a TV show called Sex and the City, but I actually heard of them through the show The Carrie Diaries, which got discontinued, but that is the main reason why I bought this. But then they had another one which was called Ross and Rachel, which is this guy right here, and when I bought this, I actually had never seen the show Friends, so I didn't even know who Ross and Rachel were. So now I've seen the show Friends, and I've seen episodes over and over and over again. It's my favorite show, and Ross and Rachel are like, Ross is my soulmate. So these are both really special to me, so I'm gonna keep both of those. I thought I was gonna do good in this category, but I'm actually doing it so bad. I have this mini Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this because I have it somewhere else. This is the Chocolate Soleil. I like the Milk Chocolate Soleil better, I think, but that's just a little mini one that I'll declutter. I have this Bobbi Brown Illuminating Bronzing Powder in the shade Aruba. And this is like a shimmery bronze product. I really just don't think I'm gonna use this, so I'm going to actually declutter this, which is kind of shocking to me. I have this bronzer from Nars. This is the Seaside bronzer, I guess. It's one of these, like, I don't know what this is called, but it's like the pan is pressed differently than their regular products. They have eyeshadows that are kind of pressed like this as well, but I actually haven't given this a shot yet, so I do want to keep that. I have this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Marc Jacobs one, but I used the crap out of this product. This cracked and broke, which is like what that missing chunk is, but there is a huge dip in this product from me using it every single day. I used the powder a couple times, didn't love it. I don't know. I'm gonna come back to that one because I'm not sure. I have this Wonder 2 Perfect Selfie Powder. This is the HD Photo Finishing Powder in the shade Bronzing Veil. Sorry about that. And I love this so much. I think this is a beautiful way to add some bronze to your skin without adding like a thick, heavy layer of powder. So I am going to keep that. I have this Stila bronzer that I freaking love. This is the I'll Stay All Day Contouring Bronzer for Face and Body in the shade Medium. I got this at TJ Maxx. It's amazing. I highly recommend this if you see it. I have these two Morphe products. These are the Bronzer. This one is in the shade Showmance, which is way too deep for me. And then this one is in the shade Glitterati, which is like way too light for me. I actually got both of these. I am so sorry. I got both of these in the Jaclyn Hill Morphe like Christmas contest thing, so they are kind of special to me, so I want to keep them, so I think I'm gonna do that for now. And then I have a bunch of these Too Faced products that I got from TJ Maxx. Well, some of them are from TJ Maxx. They redid the packaging, so I'm just gonna look through all these really quick and see if there's any that I can get rid of, I guess, and then I'll let you know, I'll update you. Okay, so I'm actually gonna keep all of these, which I know is crazy, but that's what I'm gonna do. And then this Wet n Wild one, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it just because I just didn't like it enough. I used it for like probably a whole month straight, if not longer, and I don't feel any like desire to use it again. It's not horrible, but I just like other bronzers so much more, so I'm going to declutter that. So that drawer was actually kind of a flop. I only ended up getting rid of 5 products. I'm going to go through everything one more time as I'm putting stuff back just to make sure, but yeah, hopefully the highlighter section will be better. So here's an updated look at my bronzer drawer. It looks a million times better, even though I got rid of only a couple of products. Things look so much more organized. You can see everything. Everything is reachable. The only things back there are those like the Soulmates blush and bronzer duos, which I don't really use anymore. But yeah, this is the after. Very happy with it. Now we're gonna move on to the highlighter drawers, which I'm absolutely dreading because I love highlighter more than anything. I also have some little mini like face like highlighting palettes and things in here, which I will do. And then the last part of this video will be face palettes, which I'm going to try to speed through that because I'm probably not going to get rid of a ton of face palettes, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to dump all of these out on the floor now. Okay, so I could not fit all of this in one frame, so I thought I would just hold the camera over everything and show you all of these highlighters. These are all of my overflow ones that wouldn't even fit in my 2 highlighter drawers. This is like deep. deep with highlighters. So this is going to be a huge project, and I'm going to try to go through this as fast as possible and get rid of as much as I can. But like I said, this is going to be really hard for me because I love highlighters so much. But we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, so here we are. We have got highlighters. We've got cream highlighters, powder highlighters, loose highlighters, jelly highlighters. We've got big highlighters, small highlighters. We've got palettes. We have everything that you could possibly imagine. Drugstore, high-end. I don't even know where to start. So what I'm going to do first is get all of my like Jeffree Star Cosmetics highlighters out of here, because I know for sure that I'm keeping all of those. So I'm just going to grab one of these baskets, and I'm just going to go through and start grabbing and collecting all of those, because like I said, I'm for sure keeping those. So here are all of the Jeffree Star highlighters that are in these two drawers. I have other ones that are like on a different display piece, so I'm obviously going to be keeping those, but these I'm pretty sure are all the ones that were in these drawers. So like I said, definitely keeping those. Now I'm just going to reach in and start grabbing things that I for sure know that I want to keep. So right away, I can tell you I want to keep both of these Flower Beauty palettes. Andrea Martiano raves about these all the time, and I really want to use them some more. So this one is in the shade Sunkissed Shimmer. And then this one I think is the one that is her favorite. This is in the shade, I don't think this one has a shade name necessarily, it's just SP1. So definitely keeping those. I'm definitely keeping this Dior highlighter quad. This is so stunning. This is the Dior Backstage Glow Face palette. I'm definitely keeping my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. This is like the original one that I'm pretty sure is permanent, but I really need to get some new Hourglass highlighters, ambient lighting powders, blushes, just because I really want to try some more of their products. But I'm going to keep that. I'm also keeping this Huda Beauty, I don't even know what this is called. This is the Luna NYMPH Body Highlighter. That stands for something, but I can't remember what it stands for. I'm definitely keeping my Benefit Cookie highlighter. I have all three of these, or I should say I have three of these Anastacio Beverly Hills loose highlighters, and I'm definitely keeping all three of the ones that I have. I have the silver one, I have the gold one, and then also like the pinky toned one, which like I can't find. Oh, here's the pink one, and then there's a gold one somewhere. Here it is. So definitely keeping those. Now I'm gonna try to find something that I can get rid of. I have this highlighting stick duo thing from Bodyography, and one of the caps fell off, so that's definitely in here somewhere. So I'm gonna be on the hunt for that, but I can get rid of this. I have some of these First Aid Beauty Mango Butter multi-sticks, and I just don't ever use these, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter those. I think I have like 3 of them. I have this highlighter from Bodyography. This is called the From Within highlighter, and let me tell you, this is one of the most beautiful highlighters I've ever seen in my entire life. You can tell I've used the crap out of this. I love it so freaking much. I highly recommend this. I never hear anybody talking about this brand or this product, so I feel like I kind of like low-key discovered it. So I love it so much. Highly recommend. Sorry, my laptop is open in the other room, so that's why I turned my volume off, but that's why you're hearing my text tone. So I have the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder Glow, and I actually purchased this with my own money, so there she is right there. But then I had one sent to me as PR, and then I actually had another one sent to me as PR, so I don't need 3 of them. So I'm going to declutter one and give it to my friend Alicia, and then I guess I can declutter this one as well and give it to someone else. I have this product here. This is the Liquid Gelato Pillow Top Illuminator in the shade Gilded Honey. Oh, I guess you twist it off. Okay, this is like not working right, and I'm just not gonna bother that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter that. But like I was saying, I have the regular Gilded Honey. Oh, here's the cap. In here somewhere, and I love that highlighter so much, so I'm definitely going to keep it. Oh, is this it? No, that's not it, but it's somewhere in here, so we'll come across it. I also have some glitters in here, like this one from Tarte. This is so pretty. I love that so much. I'm definitely keeping this. This is in the shade Moonwalk. I also have a couple from ColourPop. I have the shade Disco Lady, and then I have the shade Hopeless Romantic, so I'm going to keep those. I have the Farsali Jelly Beam Illuminator in the shade Rose Gold, and I'm going to keep that. Here is the Gilded Honey highlighter. It's such a beautiful highlighter, you guys. Like, holy crap, it's so stunning. It's a beautiful gold highlighter. I highly recommend it. It's amazing. All right, so I just bought these 3 e.l.f. highlighters. I've swatched them, but I haven't used them on the face yet. I can't remember what they're called, but they looked like they were gonna be absolutely just like so stunning, but the swatches were honestly really disappointing, so I need to still try them out on the face. I have all 3 shades, I think. We've got Rose Gold, this one is called 24 karat gold, and then white gold, so I'm gonna keep those 3 for now. I have these 2 loose highlighters from the brand Sarazar Cosmetics, I think, and we have Moonlit Opal and then Mita's Touch. I'm not sure if I said that correctly or not, but this is a brand that I found on Instagram, and I am definitely keeping both of these. These are beautiful loose highlighters. I have quite a few different highlighters from Morphe, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab all of those, or at least all of the ones that I could find. So here are the ones that I could find. We're just gonna go through these really quick. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep all of these. This one is the shade Lit. It's a really pretty like yellow kind of highlighter. This one is the shade Boom, a beautiful bronzy highlight. This one is the shade Spark. This is probably my favorite shade from Morphe. This one is the shade Stardust. This one's beautiful as well. It kind of has like a little bit of a pinky color to it. This one is Desi Danger. This one is like a purpley kind of highlight. And then this one is Extra. This is another one of my favorites as well. So I'm definitely keeping all of those. I also just bought this Tarte highlighter. This is the Tarte Lit Chrome Paint highlighter, and I'm definitely keeping that. I have some minis of those ColourPop glitters. These came in the Lilac collection. There's 3 of them. I have 2 of them in my hand right now. Oh, here's the other one. There's 3 different shades. We've got Starfire, Disco Lady, and then this one is Keep It Plutonic, and I'm gonna keep all 3 of these. I have this Unicorn Tears Too Faced like the highlighter stick that I'm going to just go ahead and declutter. I don't need that. I also have this Too Faced Unicorn product. This is the Rainbow Strobe Rainbow Effect highlighter. This, on the other hand, is really pretty, so I do think I'm going to keep that. I have a ton of Becca highlighters, so I'm just going to gather all of those really quick. So here are a bunch of my Becca highlighters. I know there's like, they're kind of all mixed up in here, but this one is the shade Royal Glow. This one was like a limited edition one. Definitely keeping that. I'm gonna keep all of these Becca highlighters. This one is in the shade Opal. That's probably, that one and Champagne Pop are my 2 favorites. This one is called Gold Lava. I just recently purchased this one from TJ Maxx, and it's stunning. I have this one, which is Prismatic Amethyst, which is like a purpley kind of highlighter, which I'm keeping. I have this one, which is the Opal Poured, Shimmering Skin Perfector Poured. So I'm going to keep that. I have 2 of these Becca Champagne Pops. One of them is broken, but there's still some good product in there, so I'm going to keep that. And then this one is like the fresh one, so I'm going to keep both of those. And then I also have some little minis. Like, here's 2 of them. I think I either have 3 or 4 of them, but I am going to keep them all. I'm going to try to stick with a theme here, and I'm gonna go for all of my like cream and liquid highlighters and go through those first. So I'm just going to sort of collect them all in this basket here. So as you can see, I have quite a few cream, stick, liquid, jelly highlighters, and I really don't hardly ever use cream products, so I really need to be as cutthroat as possible here. So first things first, I have this Becca, this is like a highlighter stick. This is the Glow Body Stick in the shade Champagne Pop, and this is something that I definitely want to keep. So, whoops, I'm going to be keeping that. I'm also going to be keeping this Patrick Ta We Need Her Gold Pearl Major Glow Highlighting Mist. This is so beautiful, and I want literally all of the shades. I have this Marc Jacobs, these are the Dewdrops, Fantasy Dewdrops. I'm going to keep those. I got that from TJ Maxx. I have, oh geez. I have these Kylie jelly highlighters. These are the jelly highlighters. I have all three of the shades, and these are still really new to my collection, so I'm gonna keep those. I have this ColourPop light sticks in the shade Flying High. I'm gonna keep that. I'm also gonna keep this Halo Scope from Glossier. This is in the shade Quartz. Oh, I have another little mini dewdrops from Marc Jacobs. This one is in the shade Do You, and I'm gonna keep that. I have a bunch of these Stila glitters, so I'm gonna swatch these and see if any of them are like dried up / colors that I probably won't use. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick. So I just swatched all of the Glitter and Glow highlighters that I have, and I thought that was going to be easy, but that was proven to be very incorrect. And now I want to keep all of them, so I'm just gonna wait a second. I'm definitely gonna keep these Coverfx custom enhancer drops. I'm also definitely keeping the Morphe ones. These came in like a set, so I'm gonna keep all 4 of these. I might only have, oh no, here they are. Here's all 4 of those. I'm gonna keep those. I have these Milk Makeup highlighter sticks, and I really just don't think I'm gonna use them. So I have the shades Supernova. This is like the holographic highlighter stick. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. And then this one is the shade Mars. I don't even think I've swatched this one yet, so I'm gonna get rid of that one as well. I have this Stila, this is the Heaven's Hue highlighter in the shade Kitten. I'm definitely keeping that. I just got this Ciate Dewy Sticks. This is like so pretty, and I really want to keep that. I have some other little mini Coverfx custom enhancer drops, so I'm gonna keep those. We have the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector liquid in the shade Opal, so I'm gonna keep that. I have some jelly highlighters here. So this one is from e.l.f. This is the Jelly Pop like face glittery stuff, face and eye gloss, so I'm gonna keep that. And then I have this Wet n Wild jelly highlighter, which looks like this. It's so freaking pretty. And then I have these Butter London ones, which, let me just see like if these are comparable in any way. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter the 2 Butter London ones, and then I'm gonna keep this Wet n Wild one. I have this Clinique Chubby Stick in the shade Hefty Highlight, and this is just really old, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that. I have these Makeup Obsession Let's Glow Liquid Illuminating Drops, and these, the packaging sucks, but this is so beautiful as like a body highlight, so I definitely want to keep those. I have this Tarte Pro Glow liquid highlighter. It's really pretty, but I just don't really see myself using that, so I'm going to declutter that. And then I have these 2 Anastacio Beverly Hills liquid glows. These are in the shades Penny and Rose Gold. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these 2 really quick. Those are both so freaking beautiful. I probably couldn't wear them as face highlights, but I will definitely use those as like body highlights in the summer. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, so we weren't that successful there, but we're just gonna move on. I'm gonna kind of collect up all of my loose highlighters now. All right, so here are all of my loose highlighters. I'm definitely gonna keep a ton of these. So right away I have this Becca Champagne Pop Loose highlighter that I'm keeping. I'm definitely keeping this Peach Tinsel one from Too Faced. I'm for sure keeping these ones from Laura Lee Los Angeles. I have Sugar and Spice. This one is Warm and Toasty, and then this one is Sweet and Saucy. I'm keeping my Juvia's Place loose highlighters. I have the shades The Royalty 2 and then the Nubian. These are both absolutely stunning. I love their loose highlighters. I have this one from what is this called? Moonplay Cosmetics. This is the Stroboscope Hyper Flash Powder in the shade Vow. Definitely keeping that. Definitely keeping my Fenty 24 Cray Fairy Bomb. Definitely keeping both of these Wet n Wild loose highlighters. I have the shades I'm So Lit and You Glow Girl. Both of these are stunning shades. Oh, and then I also have this one. This one is like a deeper shade. This is the shade Hustle and Glow. So I'm definitely keeping that. Okay. Definitely keeping my Kylie loose highlighters. I love these so much. These are the ones in the black packaging. I have all 4 of those. I'm gonna keep all of these. The Summer Haze Artist Couture. This is the Conceited Artist Couture Mini. This is a mini of the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder Glow. This is a Nars Orgasm Illuminating Loose Powder. And then this is the Becca Chloe and Malika, like, X's and O, like, highlighter thing, which I was kind of disappointed with. But I still want to keep that because it still is really pretty. Okay, so we're not exactly doing too good, but that's okay. We're gonna do better. We have to do better. Okay, so this is the Too Faced Candlelit Glow powder. I have the one in the shade Warm Glow, and then I also have this one, which is the shade Rosy Glow, and I just never ever use those, so I'm going to declutter them. There we go. I have this e.l.f. highlighter in bronzer duo. This is the baked highlighter in bronzer in the shade Bronzed Glow. This is nice, but I never use it, so I'm going to declutter that. I have this Laura Geller Diamond Dust Baked Gelato Swirl, which I'm going to keep. I also have this e.l.f. Baked Blush, which is not really a blush color. It's definitely a highlight shade in the shade Pinktastic that I'm going to keep. I have this Milk Makeup highlighter in the shade Mars. This is the holographic highlighter powder. I don't think I've ever used that, so I'm just going to go ahead and declutter it. I have a bunch of these Laura Mercier highlighters. These are the Face Illuminators, and these are so beautiful and stunning. So I'm literally going to keep all of those. And then one of these is actually the Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade Highlight 01. So I had some of these in my bronzer drawer. I had Bronze 03 and Bronze 04, but this is Highlight 01, and this is a beautiful highlighter. I think I have a mini of this somewhere. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is a mini of the shade Highlight 01, so I'm keeping both of those. This is something I'm also for sure keeping. This is from Pixi. This is the Gossamer Duo. This is so stunning. Again, one of my all-time favorite highlighters. This is in the shade Delicate Dew. I have these. These are from Makeup Obsession. These are the Mega Lightning and Mega Destiny highlighters. I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter those. I don't think it's worth keeping them. I have this, which is the Saint Laurent Jelly Highlighter, and this is so interesting feeling. This is in the shade Cotton Candy, and it is beautiful. I got this in a BoxyCharm. Definitely want to keep that. That's kind of like a cream product. Oh, here's another Morphe highlighter in the shade Mirage. That is like a bronze shade. I have a couple of Believe Beauty highlighters. I have this one in the shade Good Vibes. This is one that I purchased. I have this one in the shade Champagne Kiss. This is another one that I purchased. The one that I absolutely love and use already is in my everyday makeup drawer, but it's, I can't remember the name of it. It's like Pink something, Pink Passion or something like that, but definitely keeping those. I've got a bunch of these Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighters that I'm for sure gonna keep. We've got Blossom Glow, Golden Flower Crown, Crown of My Canopy. This one is Precious Petals, so I'm gonna keep those. I have my Amrezi Anastacio Beverly Hills highlighter. I love this so much. Definitely keeping that. This Betsy Johnson highlighter is really pretty, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter that. I have another Believe Beauty product. This is like a trio. This is the Get Glowing Highlight and Contour Palette in the shade Light Medium. This is another product that I purchased, so I'm going to keep that. I have this Sleek Highlighting Palette in the shade Copper Plate. This is so pretty, and I totally forgot about this, so I'm going to keep that. I have, let's see, is there anything else I'm going to get rid of? I have this Bobbi Brown Brightening Finishing Powder in the shade Bronze Glow that I have never used and I don't think I'm going to use, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter that. I think I'm going to keep everything else that's here. So let me show you how many products I'm getting rid of. So here are all the highlighters that I have that I'm decluttering. I think that it's 22 highlighters. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those to the big pile, but I still have way too many highlighters, so I'm gonna go through these again as I'm putting them away and organizing them. But this is so freaking hard. Here is like an overview of all of the highlighters that I want to keep, and again, this is like deep, so I definitely need to go through all of this again, so I'm going to do that as I'm reorganizing them back into the Alex 9 drawers, and then I'll update you guys and show you the finished drawers and then any other products that I do decide to declutter. Alright you guys, so here's just a little bit of an update. We have this drawer, which is looking absolutely fabulous, and then we have this drawer, which isn't looking too great, and I still have all of these highlighters that don't fit in either of the drawers yet. Obviously there's still space in this drawer, but I'm still trying to figure out how to organize this so that I can maximize the space, because I need all of these highlighters to fit in both of these drawers. These are the ones so far that I have decided to declutter. In addition to the ones that I showed you earlier, I decided that I don't need all of these Stila glitters, even though they're so pretty. I don't need them. And then these Anastacio Beverly Hills ones also, I just don't need them. So those are the ones that I'm additionally decluttering so far, but we're gonna have to get rid of some more because this isn't adding up. Alright you guys, so here are what my highlighting drawers are looking like. You already saw this one and it hasn't really changed much. I added like a couple of highlighters that just like slid in there nicely. So that's the first drawer, and then this is the second drawer, which looks not as satisfying, but it's still really organized, and I was able to kind of like puzzle piece all of this stuff together, and again I kind of organized it by brand. So we've got like Jeffree Star, Laura Lee Los Angeles, Juvia's Place, you know, like Kylie Cosmetics, and then these ones just fit wherever they fit. This one is more so organized by brand, so like the ones I have like a bunch of, like Morphe, Laura Mercier, Wet n Wild, Becca, things like that. The only thing that I couldn't fit in here was my like liquid highlighters and like highlighting sticks. So I've got this little basket here that is full of liquid highlighters, drops, some highlighting sticks, and then here I've got like my bigger like liquid highlighters and things like that. So I need to find a place for these. I'm hoping I have like an extra drawer in this unit over here somewhere to put like liquid highlighters basically, and then I can also put these Jeffree Star ones in there as well. But I did end up decluttering a few more highlighters than I initially showed you. So I did decide to declutter the Sleek palette just because I have so many highlighters, and this is a beautiful palette, but I just don't, I don't know. I'm just going to use something else instead. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter that. There's nothing wrong with it. Literally, like, it's so good. And then I think I showed you guys these Stila ones and then the ABH. So that's what I additionally decided to declutter. So I'm just going to add those to the pile. So this is our new highlighter, bronzer, and blush declutter pile. I have underneath what I decluttered in my my last declutters. So we're doing things. So I'm actually gonna end the video here because this is gonna be like a million years long. So I'm just gonna go ahead and call it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert this footage somewhere in this video. I actually already finished filming the video, but I didn't have time to go through all my face palettes. So I have this entire drawer here. This is one of the larger drawers in the Alex 9 drawer unit, and it is full of face palettes. I also have this basket full of face palettes, and then I have another pile of face palettes here. I am going to go ahead and just speed through this. I'm not sure how many I'm actually going to get rid of, just because face palettes are some of my favorite things in the entire world. But I did just want to go ahead and let you know that I'm doing this, and then I'm just going to speed through this, and then I'll show you which ones I'm getting rid of, and then I can definitely do like a more in-depth collection when I'm done doing this whole declutter series. But just wanted to pop in here and let you guys know that I'm doing that. So yeah, anyway. Alright, so here are the palettes that I'm getting rid of. I'm only getting rid of 7, which I know isn't a ton compared to how many I have, but I did want to show you the ones that I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. I have 2 from Makeup Revolution. This one is so pretty, and this shade right here, Extra, is like my favorite from this entire palette. I got this for like $4 from TJ Maxx, but I never reach for this, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and declutter that. I also have this one. This is the Ultra Pro Glow 2, and this one I haven't used as much, but the blushes in here are just like super like shimmery, kind of metallic, and they're just not something that I really reach for too often, so I'm decluttering that one as well. I also got that one from TJ Maxx. I have a couple of palettes from Joa. This is the Be My Everything Blush and Bronze palette. It's one of those like ombre highlighter, blush, and bronzer products. This is nice. I just don't ever use this, and I am more of a peachy kind of blush kind of girl, and this is more of like a cool tones color, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not something that I really reach for. This is the Be My Everything Cream Contour palette. I really never use cream contour. Ever, ever, ever. So instead of keeping this, I'm keeping the ABH Cream Contour palette, and then I also have a Huda Beauty cream bronzer and then the Chanel cream bronzer. So I just, again, don't think I would reach for this for like color correctors, which I don't really do, and then like concealers and things. So I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter that. I also have this palette, which is another sleek palette. This is one that I got from TJ Maxx, I believe. The other one was sent to me as PR, but this one has 2 powders and 2 creams. But again, there's nothing wrong with this. It's really pretty. I just never reach for this anymore, so I'm gonna let someone else play with that. This is something that I recently purchased from TJ Maxx. This is the Laura Geller Life Glows On Illuminator palette. This has 3 of the Big Gelato swirl illuminators. We have Opal Crush, French Fizz, and Diamond Dust, and these are all really, really pretty, but I already have like pinky and purpley highlighters, and if I'm going to use a Laura Geller highlighter, I'm going to use Gilded Honey, and I also have Diamond Dust in a full size, which is this one right here. So I just decided to declutter that. It was only like $4 from, I think it was Marshall's maybe, but it's a really nice palette. I just don't need it. And then the last one that I'm decluttering is from Coverfx. This is the Perfector Face Palette, and this is the light to medium one. I actually got this in a Boxy Charm, or a Boxy Luxe, I think, and I can't even open it. I just never ever reach for this. I've swatched it, but I've never actually used it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass this on to somebody else. It's really, really pretty. It's got blush, bronzer, highlighter, brightener, and finishing powder, but I just don't think I'm gonna end up using that. So those are the palettes that I'm decluttering. This is what my palette drawer looks like, which I'm very happy with how it looks. Everything's at like an angle, so I can like see everything. There's palettes back there in the middle, and then also up here in the front, and then excuse the mess, but I have my other face palettes in this basket right here. So now we're done with the bronzers, blushes, and highlighters. So the next part will probably be lip products. That's probably what I'll do next. That's gonna be a tough one. I'll give you a little sneak peek. That's sneak peek number 1, and then oops, this is, oh geez, sneak peek number 2. I also have like other lip products. So anyway, I'm going to continue with the rest of the video that I already filmed. So far, our drawers are looking pretty awesome. Still loving the blush and the bronzer drawer, and then obviously these 2 highlighter drawers are the other 2 drawers we did today. But these drawers up above that we already did in part 1 are still looking fabulous as ever. So yeah, if you haven't seen part 1, it'll be linked in the description box. But anyway, that's all for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!